Lorna Knudson is a recipient of the Co-operative Contribution Award.
I was born into a cooperative family. I had a credit union account that my parents opened probably just a few months after I was born. I was raised in a cooperative family. In our local town, there were cooperatives and credit unions, and my family dealt with them all. My family members were on the board. My grandfather helped start the local petroleum co-op. So how did I get involved in cooperatives? I was born into it. When I went to Africa, I studied cooperatives in Tanzania. One of the things that I thought was really interesting was before I was able to conduct any research in the village, I actually had to go out in the fields and work with the people. And this was part of President Nyereri's idea, is that everyone should work. And so it was a real humbling learning experience for me to actually work with the people and then sit down and ask them all about how their Ujamaa village worked.
Lorna's professional involvement with cooperatives began when she was hired as a summer youth program assistant and later employed as the youth program manager at the Cooperative College of Canada in 1979.
I have many great memories from my time at the Cooperative Youth Program, a program that I had the good fortune, of coordinating. Was called Dialogue for Direction. The Cooperative Youth Program received a special grant from the Saskatchewan government to conduct a series of seminars across the province. And it brought together cooperative leaders and young people to sit down and contemplate Saskatchewan and cooperative's future.
In 1983, she moved to Alberta to take on the role of Director of Member Relations and Training for the Edmonton Cooperative Association. From 1987 to 1992, she was the Director of Cooperative Education and Development for the CCA Alberta region. After moving back to Saskatchewan in 1993, she prepared a report for CCA about ways to involve youth in co-ops.
I've always believed that young people have an important role to play in cooperatives and in community. And in my work, I've always emphasized that young people can have as much of a role as anyone else and that they're no different. They generally bring energy, fresh ideas, and so wherever I've worked, I've considered youth involvement a priority.
Lorna's involvement with the Regina Community Clinic began in the early 2000s. In 2007, she was hired as the Director of Operations and is currently the Executive Director.
Regina Community Clinic was established in 1962. It was a need that was identified by citizens who wanted to take care of their own health, be responsible for their own health, and run their own clinic. Our number one goal is to provide the highest quality care that we can.
Lorna is frequently called on to serve in leadership roles in co-ops, including the Co-operators and Prairie Lily Funeral Co-op.
My involvement in cooperatives is who I am. I have a cooperative spirit. I don't know if that was in my biology or in the way I was raised, but being involved in cooperatives is who I am. I can't imagine not working or volunteering in a cooperative.
Lorna's involvement in the community extends outside the co-op sector as well. She was active as volunteer with Regina Public Schools, Saskatoon Legal Aid Clinic, and her local church.
I've worked in many cooperatives in Saskatchewan and Alberta. My experience with the Prairie Lily Funeral Co-op was a real learning opportunity. This was a funeral co-op that a group of people in Regina tried to start. And so I just admire all the people who had the fortitude and put in all the work and effort to build the successful co-ops we have today. I'm truly honored to be selected, but very humbled. Cooperatives are a team effort. We are all in this together. And when I say we, I mean everyone in the room. We're all part of the cooperative movement, and I encourage everyone to go home tonight and enjoy being with your families, and we start work tomorrow.
For her years of dedicated service to the cooperative sector and her community, we are pleased to recognize Lorna with the Co-operative Contribution Award.